Hi guys, welcome back to another Coffee Date Thursday. Let's see, this week I have my Don't Mess With Me, I'm the Mom mug, and on the inside, can you see it there? It says Wonder Woman. And there's just regular tea in this right now. I caught my daughter's cold. Oh, so it's a lot of tea. It's a lot of hot water with honey, and some apple cinnamon tea with honey, stuff like that. But right now, I just need some regular tea. So here we go. So for Coffee Date Thursday this week, the prompt is spring cleaning. Um, I would say that I'm more kind of a spring organizer, because frankly I hate cleaning. Have to do it. One of those necessary evils. But there are some things that I do every spring now since we moved into this house. This summer we'll have been here 4 years. And I do stuff like taking down all the curtains and washing those. I actually try to leave them for days when I can put them out on the line outside, actually, because it just smells that much better when you hang them up. I also like to, at least in the downstairs, so for example, I'm sitting in my living room right now and I'm looking around. And downstairs, what I'll do in the living room is kind of pull all the couches out and clean, sweep behind there, and vacuum it all, and then wet Swiffer the area kind of under the two couches that we have. I move all the bookcases except for one that's in the corner, and I'm actually looking at it right now because it's really big, and with all of the extra stuff that's in it, it's got kind of 3 shelves and then 2 front panels as well, and there's too much stuff in there for me to safely move. However, there is kind of a lip underneath it. It kind of goes like this. So I am still able to get, I dry Swiffer under that first, and then I wet Swiffer under it. So at least kind of the majority, like 99% of the floor in my living room has been really thoroughly cleaned. And while I'm doing it, I also clean down, like wet clean down the baseboards as well. I do the same thing in the dining room, which is over there. That's why I'm looking at it. But I gotta tell you, right now, there's not much access to much of the floor in the dining room because a few days ago I washed the majority of all of our winter gear, right? So the winter coats, the hats, the mitts, the snow pants, all that kind of stuff. So they're on the floor right now in laundry baskets. So before I go and put them away, which is something else that I do in the spring, I figure out what's too big or what's too small and what I think may still fit next year. And so what I think may fit still next year goes into the tote that is currently labeled summer. And what I do then is I also pull out everything from that summer tote, put all the winter stuff that I think is going to fit for next year, relabel it for winter, and store that back down in the basement. And one trick that I've done the last couple kind of seasonal rotations for that is to actually put a Bounce dryer sheet. You could probably use any dryer sheets, but we use Bounce here in our home. In those totes so that they still smell okay when you go to open them up, and they haven't gone moldy or anything like that over the time frame they've been closed up. And they go in totes in the basement and basically get stored there. They're labeled on the outside. I would show you a picture of that, but somehow over the last 6 months, my basement is a complete disorganized mess. I had it all where everything was there, all the totes were there, with all the labels pointing out, and then I don't know what happened, which is weird because I'm the only one that goes in the basement. But one of my projects over the summer, I know we're supposed to talk about spring cleaning, but over the summer is I've actually booked a friend of mine who is shorter than I am, because I am the max height in my basement, to actually come and help me reorganize and clean the basement. So I'm looking forward to that. So maybe when I do a fall cleaning kind of thing, I can show you guys how I've got all my nice, neatly labeled and everything totes that are down there. So anyway, once I actually do that transition, because I actually, up until yesterday, although yesterday was 20 degrees Celsius and absolutely gorgeous, it's supposed to snow on Saturday. Mother Nature is drunk. So that's why I haven't actually put away all of the winter stuff yet. But now, as of this morning, according to the Weather Network, it is no longer supposed to snow. It's just supposed to rain this weekend. So I'm hoping this weekend I can actually put all of the winter stuff away, bring out all the summer stuff from the totes, and when I bring them out, I also kind of look at whether or not stuff still fits, but also whether or not the summer toys are ones that my kids will still play with. And if they don't, then I take pictures and I post them on Facebook groups for people to come and pick them up and bless to their families. So I love those Facebook groups. Yeah, I'm a part of a few of them here in town. And so I post a bunch of stuff, and I also pick up stuff as needed, and everything's free. It's fantastic. So there we go. So there's the big things. Some of the big things that I do for spring cleaning is clean all of the curtains around the house. I get into all the nooks and crannies on the floor behind furniture and bookshelves and tables and all that kind of stuff in the lower level. And I transfer everything from, us using it from the winter into totes to store over the summer. I'm trying to think of what else I do. Oh yeah, I also go through and I flip all of the bed mattresses too. That's a big one. I also flip all the bed mattresses and kind of vacuum them down. Well, okay, I flip them, I sprinkle them with baking soda for about an hour or so, and then I vacuum them down, and then, change the linens and all that kind of stuff, and remake the beds. So I try to do that in the spring and then again in the fall. I don't know how often you're supposed to do it, but it just seems to work really well in my world. So there are kind of the things that I do for spring cleaning, I guess, while I'm still going through and decluttering everything and trying to live up to my motto of simplifying our household over this 2016. So leave in the comments below. There is actually a playlist, which I will include in the description, of all of the women that are doing this Coffee Date Thursday. But in the comments below, I'd love to hear what you guys do for your spring cleaning as well. And if you have a video that you've done of it, I'd love to be able to watch that. So anyway, hope you have a great Thursday. Enjoy your tea or coffee, whatever you're drinking today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye, guys.